Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah.
Running with country bass, country bass.
Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah.
Running with country bass, country bass.
Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah.
Running with country bass, country bass.
Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah.
Running with country bass, country bass.
Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah.
Running with country bass, country bass.
Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah.
Running with country bass, country bass.
Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah.
Running with country bass, country bass.
Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah.
Running with country bass, country bass.
Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah.
Running with country bass, country bass.
Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah.
Running with country bass, country bass.
Yeah, I'm stacking them, stacking.
Yo, yo, what's going on, everybody? Bitcoin Chris checking in yet again. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. I'm at the bank right now, so I gotta look, gotta look sharp, right? Can't be at the bank depositing securities looking crazy like I don't look crazy, but I'm usually in a hoodie or I'm usually got a button up, right? Like I'm in the beach, like I'm on the beach, right? Y'all know how I dress, right? Y'all know how Bitcoin Chris is, man. Like I live in the beach, right? But when I'm going to the bank to deposit these negotiable instruments, you got to make sure you look good, right? You got to make sure you look good, right? Happy Monday, everybody. God loves you. I love you. Hope you're doing well. I haven't streamed in a few days. I think since Friday. So yeah, took the weekend off per usual, and now we're back, right? Bitcoin is dumping, and because I'm in the car, I'm not going to be able to show you too much of the TA, except for what I've already shared with you guys online. And I'll go ahead and check the TA right now. I'll check trade and view for you guys right now. But I've already given you guys the levels for BTC, and then we could bounce, right? Depending on what's happening, it will be a double bottom. If we do continue lower, the levels that I do have is 89,000, 87,000, and 80,000. So I shared those levels with you guys, if I'm not mistaken, already. And what a blessing it is, right? To get Bitcoin on sale at a discount, but we're still at 90,000. We're at 92,900 right now. So, this would be your bottom. This will be your double bottom opportunity. Maybe come down a little bit lower. Again, 90 to 89,000, and then right back up, right? Because I'm sure that let me check CoinGlass real quick, because I'm sure there's a ton of bears right now that's getting super excited. So Bitcoin's on sale, right? Just like the title of this video is, Bitcoin is on sale. If you bought at 100,000, if you bought at 110,000, who cares? You should be DCAing and buying at these levels, right? DC. If you guys are watching my videos and not taking heed to the information, that's life changing information. That's on you. If you're not taking heed to the levels where I said you should DCA at, because that's why I tell you guys, some people trade, some people don't, but the levels are great for you to DCA at, which I gave you guys these levels, which I shared already back on the 9th, if I'm not mistaken, that we could come down to the 200-day moving average, right? On the 4-hour time frame, and that's exactly what happened. So, you know, you can fade me all you want, but how's that working for you, right? Not working too well. So, let's see if I can see liquidation map. I can see the liquidation maps here on my other phone, right? But let's see what we can do here. Let's look at the 30-day. All right, we still got $4.2 billion in longs. I think my screen is on. Oh, my camera's on. Let's see if it's on a mirror. Okay. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. It's all good. It don't matter, right? Cumulative long liquidations, or actually these are. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Longs, right? So maybe I misspoke. So let me just correct myself, because I don't know if I misspoke or not. There's still $4.22 billion in longs to be liquidated at 82,000. That's based on this 30-day time frame, 30-day cumulative short and long action. And then if we look at the shorts here, we got $110,000 Bitcoin, and we'll have 10 billion shorts liquidated. So, as I mentioned in previous lives, whenever we have too many people going long, you're going to get liquidated. Whenever we have too many people going short, they're going to get liquidated. So right now we have a ton, try not to cuss, a ton of shorts that are just, waiting to get clapped up. Again, $10 billion in shorts to be clapped up at $110,000 Bitcoin. And then we still got $82,000 Bitcoin, 4.2, and that's not a low number either, right? 4.2 billion in long still to be clapped if we decide to do so. That's on the 30-day outlook. Let's look at the 7-day outlook real quick, see if anything is different on the 7-day. 7 days 82, it's 2 billion. 7 day is 106, and it's 9 billion. So 106. I said my target, if we do continue, if we decide to bounce here, is 102. I think I said if my target's 102. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Because I haven't looked at CoinGlass at all. I only look on CoinGlass when I'm on live with you guys, because I don't really care. I'm not trading crazy leverage or holding crazy long positions. So yeah, so that's crazy. 102 is my level, but this says 105, and we have 8 billion for shorts to be liquidated. So that's cool. You'll start to see those cascading liquidations once we start to rise above 100,000 again. So again, my target is 102. We can definitely shoot up to 106 to 110 to liquidate all freaking bears, right? And we could still head down lower. to liquidate the rest of the loans, right? So just be careful, right? Let's see if I can find Bitcoin on exchanges here because I know that it's something that I usually look at on this app. But they changed this app so many times that I don't even know where anything is anymore. Yeah, I don't think I can. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, I don't. I can't find Bitcoin on exchanges. But you guys can go look at the Bitcoin on exchanges, exchange maps on your own, and let me know. You guys, let me know if there's more being taken off exchanges, which there should be, right? Typically, that's how it goes. So, for those of you guys who are just tuned in, make sure you head over to swanbitcoin.com/Bitcoin Chris. You get your $10 free Bitcoin and get that Fold app. Because if you're going to pay your bills anyway, if you're going to buy those Christmas presents anyway, why don't you use your Fold app, right? Get some Satoshis back, get some Bitcoin back. So, shout out to Fold and shout out to Swan, DCA, no fees up to $10,000 for your first $10,000 buys through Swan. So shout out to Swan and shout out to Fold. All right. With that being said, let's jump into a few tweets. And I said medical bills are, you know, no more, right? No more medical bills. So if you guys were not watching my previous video where I taught you guys a little bit about accord of satisfaction and how to, settle debts, I highly recommend that you do so because I literally showed you how to um, literally showed you, not based on what I say, based on the law, based on Supreme Court rulings. When you have a Supreme Court, when you have case law, there's nothing that I can say, there's nothing that the cop can say, there's nothing that the judge can say. It's already been ruled on. Therefore, that means that is the president. It's set a precedence, right? Therefore, that is the standard. Therefore, that is the metric that they have to go by. Okay? Point blank, period. Don't let anybody else tell you this. And I know a lot of people see my tweets and they hear me talk about taxes and they hear me talk about, traveling. You guys, I just shared my license plate, right? I don't got no license plate. Why? Because I'm traveling. You only need a license plate to drive. Driving is in commerce, right? Everybody's talking crazy or calling me a quote unquote sovereign citizen. You're an idiot if you think I'm a sovereign citizen because you can't be a sovereign and a citizen. It's an oxymoron. On top of that, if I dare you to call me that in public. I'll sue you for defamation of character because there's that a definitely is that like are you trying to diminish my character? Are you trying to you know talk crazy about me because you don't know your rights and because you're an idiot, right? And because you don't know and you don't read, you're calling me a sovereign citizen? Like that doesn't make sense, right? I'm a sovereign, yes. Am I a citizen? No, I'm a U.S. national. You guys got to look up these terms, right? Because that's how they get you. That's how they get your ass. You're driving, and driving means you're an Uber driver or you're driving in commerce or driving to make money. So yes, just because all the sheep out here are doing something and they've been doing it since they were told, since they were yay high, right? Since they were 10 years old, of course you're gonna think that you're supposed to have a driver's license. And yes, you're gonna think that you're supposed to have a license plate. But guess what? Just because you've been told and brainwashed and you're indoctrinated into a specific way of doing things doesn't mean that that's the right way to do things. So yes, you can have a driver's license. Yes, you can have a license plate. There's nothing wrong with that. But I understand my rights, so I'm not going to have a driver's license. I'm not going to have a plate or a tag where I have to pay every year for what? Waste of freaking bread, right? Waste of money, right? And if I do get pulled over, which I have been, you know, it's not a crime. It's a traffic infraction. A lot of y'all be saying a lot of stupid ass shit. Let me calm down. Let me calm down. A lot of y'all say a lot of stupid shit, but it just shows that you don't read. Because if you read, then you wouldn't be saying all the stupid shit that you be saying. You think I'm really gonna come on live and on Twitter to ruin my reputation to talk about things that I don't know about? I tell you guys that you definitely that content could be found on this. I tell you guys that taxes are voluntary based on the law and based on taxes means that you're making a profit, means that you're making a gain, And I tell you guys things like, okay, well, if you're going to work for $15 an hour, $20 an hour, you're not profiting. You're exchanging your value, your work for for money. That's not a taxable event. If you know how to express that, if you want to opt out and have more money for your family, that's up to you though. But you really think I'm going to sit here on live in front of thousands of people and tell them a lie or tell them something that's going to get them in jail? I mean, whether if you do it the wrong way, if you do anything the wrong way, you'll go to jail. There's a right way to do everything and there's a wrong way to do everything, which is why I be telling y'all, do your research. I tell you guys, don't even listen to what I got to say. Go do your research, and not obviously not the first page on fucking Google, right? You're not going to get anything on Google that's going to benefit you, especially on the first page. All right. You're going to have a whole bunch of idiots and a whole bunch of, paid for propaganda, which you guys should already know. But, most of you guys still listen to MSM. Most of you guys don't know anything about what I'm talking about, and that's fine, right? Education is the first step to unlocking, what is potentially out there for you. Most people don't know how to leverage their credit. Most people don't know about IULs. Most people don't know about their rights. Most people don't know about any of the stuff that I'm talking about. And just because you don't know about it, that doesn't mean that I'm wrong. That means you don't know what you're talking about, because I know what I'm talking about. And if you think I'm going to hop on live and talk crazy and tell you guys to do something that's going to get you in trouble or get you in jail or land you in jail because of the information, then you're sadly mistaken. But yes, if you do something the wrong way, if you don't do it the right way, then yes, obviously you could go to jail. Now, just because I have private plates on my car doesn't mean that the cops are not going to stop me, right? Because the cops are here to uphold the Constitution. Do they do that? Nah, they don't even know the Constitution, right? They don't even know the Constitution, but they took an oath to uphold the Constitution. The judge took an oath to uphold the Constitution, right? So, medical bills. I have someone that's in one of our groups. I'm in a group of many entrepreneurs, and in the group, she mentioned she mentioned that she has a medical bill, and first and foremost, the medical bills are not supposed to be reported on your credit report. First and foremost, that's one. Because it's an invasion of your privacy, and two, there's a law that was just passed that if it's under a certain amount, if I'm not mistaken, go look it up. If it's under a certain amount, it's not even supposed to be on your credit report. Period. Right? Go look it up. Don't take my word for it, because a lot of y'all be thinking I say shit just to say shit. I don't got time to be sitting on here lying to y'all. I don't know who y'all think I am. I don't have time to sit on here. I come on here to help you guys out, and y'all still don't be taking the free information, which is crazy to me, but it is what it is. You know, I pray and say, God, let those who need to hear the information, let them hear the information. And for those of you who don't want to be free and want to be stuck in your ways and think that I'm just talking crazy or that I'm a sovereign citizen or whatever it is that you think, I don't care what you think. I don't think about you all the time. So I don't think about you at all, right? So for you to think of me a certain way, but I've been nothing but upfront, been honest, been nothing but trying to help people. I've been giving away Bitcoin. I've been doing so much stuff over the last, 4 or 5, 7 years, 8 years. So, your thoughts on me is irrelevant if they're negative, right? If they're positive, then I'll take the positive. But the negative, we throw that out the window. We throw that out the window. So, anyways, back to medical bills, right? Your medical, there should be no negative items on your report first and foremost. So that's one. Two, they're not supposed to report your medical information because you guys don't understand the right to privacy, which I don't know why, because I keep telling you guys you have a right to privacy. And you get to deem what's private information and what you want on your credit report. It's your credit report. These agencies are making money off your private information, and you just let them take advantage of you per usual, right? Just like how you let the banks take advantage of you per usual, right? So it is what it is. So, again, for those of you who did not watch the video of Accord and Satisfaction, highly recommend you go watch that. I have a video about IULs. I highly recommend you go watch that. Right? I have a video about why you should fix your credit. I highly recommend that you go watch that. And I'm on live literally for an hour, 2 hours, breaking things down. And I'm on ChatGPT, breaking things down, reading the law, asking correct questions or asking the right questions. Ask better questions, you get better answers, right? So, with that being said, Your medical, if you have medical bills, collection charge off, all that stuff can be removed off your credit report anyway, even if you owe the debt or not, right? But a court of satisfaction, if you have a medical bill and they're harassing you or they're on your credit report, first of all, you need to tell them to cease and desist if they're calling you. If any collection company is calling you, you need to pick up the phone and tell them to stop calling you. Say stop calling first and foremost, or let them know that you're working and then now is not a good time. If they call you again, then you can sue them. Simple as that. You can do a cease and desist. Send them a letter, say, do not communicate with me. Once you send them a cease and desist letter, then they have to, by law, they can't communicate with you. And that even means through third parties. So if you send them a cease and desist letter, they have to stop reporting to the third party agencies as well. Free game. Hope you caught that. Right. So cease and desist for the medical bills. Then if you want to be, a Stuart Little or a Ned Flanders or whatever the girl version is of Ned Flanders, right? If you want to pay your medical bills, right? Because you have to understand, man, people are so brainwashed, it's crazy. How do I put this, guys? How do I put this without sounding crazy? This is gonna, no matter what I say, is gonna sound crazy, especially to the average person. And my videos is not for the average person, right? But even Bitcoiners don't understand this. And if anything, Bitcoiners should be the first people to want to be sovereign, right? Because you're using sovereign money, but you're over here fucking taking bullshit from the government when we the people run the government, and the government is our like they serve us. They we don't serve the government, guys. But y'all let the government do whatever y'all want. Let them do to you because you don't know your rights. So I digress. Um, a court of satisfaction. If you want to pay them and you want to be a Ned Flanders and you think, so that's what I was gonna say. All right, cool. So let me break this down. The Congress, the United States went bankrupt in 1933. They took away all the gold, and they said that we're gonna use Federal Reserve notes. So it's everything's a debt. I've already told you guys this. Everything's a debt. Everything is a debt. The dollar that you're using, unless you redeem it in lawful money, is a debt note. It's a Federal Reserve note is a debt note. You cannot pay a debt with a debt. So you have to like really like get your thing. You have to like take everything that you've been told and throw it out, get it out your brain, right? Everything is a debt. Everything is debt. There's only credits and debits. There's debt and credit, debt and credit, debt and credit, public and private, debt and credit. Okay. So if you are in debt, quote unquote, in debt, everybody's in debt, right? Everybody's in debt. If you are quote unquote in debt, you just need to balance the books by A, redeeming unlawful money, or B, create a promise to pay. And I've been telling y'all, Grimes versus White, a court study. I think I don't know if it's Supreme Court ruling, but it's a ruling in court. Pretty sure it's a Supreme Court ruling that the promissory note itself funds the transaction. I don't know if you guys know this, but when you get a credit card, if you guys did not watch reading your contracts, the video that I made, go watch the contract. I mean, go watch the video where I read over my contract and it literally says, I promise to pay Navy Federal, XYZ, blah, 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 blah. By you simply creating or saying that that you are making a promise to pay, that creates money. This is how they create money. I was just in the bank. I'm at Truist right now. I was just in the bank talking to the banking lady. I was talking to this lady, and she's not even the person I'm supposed to be talking to. I got to talk to the manager, which is why I'm out here waiting because the manager's on break. Because I'm about to deposit some negotiable instrument. What's a negotiable instrument? A check, a money order, promissory note, or a bill of exchange. But again, you wouldn't know that unless you read, right? So, anyways, right? You can discharge debt by simply redeeming your lawful money. That's one way. Boom, giving y'all free game. and I've been told y'all that you can get all your taxes back by simply redeeming it in lawful money and letting the IRS know that you were working for an exchange and not for profit. Simply by letting them know, you can get your bread back. But y'all don't want to listen, right? I had a course teaching y'all how to do this. Y'all don't want to take the course. Only a select few people actually took the course. So shout out to you guys, right? So you know, it is what it is. I don't care if you get money back or not. That shit don't help me. That helps you. But if you don't want to help you, good for you. Keep paying your taxes. That don't go to nothing that you think it goes to. It goes to majority of it goes to paying the national debt, right? And then Nayib Bukele already went on. Let me play that video because I just shared the video. Nayib Bukele just told y'all. He told y'all back in February that you paying taxes for no reason except for to keep you a slave and to give you the illusion that your taxes are helping keep up this government, right? There is no such thing as benefits from the taxes, right? Well, there is. It's very minute, right? It's very minute, right? Very minute. So even Nayib Bukele, somebody that's outside the country knows better. But you a sheep, and you so used to doing things that you've been doing it, and you're doing it wrong. But you got Nayib Bukele over here telling you, yeah, you think you paying taxes to uphold, you think you paying taxes, and it goes to this, that, and the third. It don't. What's the point of you even having taxes if they can print money? Y'all don't ever think about that. Most Bitcoiners do, but y'all sit here, y'all still pay taxes. Make it make sense. The real problem, right? If they can print limited amounts of money, why would they need taxes? The answer is simple, but it's very shocking. Tell them. The real problem is that you pay, right? If they can print unlimited amounts of money, why would they need taxes for? The answer is simple, but it's very shocking. Tell them. The real problem is that you pay high taxes only to uphold the illusion that you are funding the government, which you are not. Right? If they can print. Even Nayib Bukele knows that you paying taxes is flawed and fugazi and bull BS, right? B to the S. Right? It's BS. And if you don't know better, it's fine. How come the president of El Salvador can see it, but you can't? Because you're in it. But when people like me say, oh, you can opt out of taxes and oh, it's lawful. Oh, here's the law that says you can do it. Oh, here's the law and here's the guideline that says, oh, if you're making a profit, then yeah, you can pay some taxes. Or if you're reselling something, then yeah, you would probably have to pay some taxes on that. That makes sense. But if you're working and you're exchanging your hard-earned labor for an exchange for currency, dollars, that's not a taxable event. But you guys opt into that, right? And you pay taxes. So I'm gonna digress on the taxes, right? Because y'all about to either A, get some baby bread back from the taxes that they've been taking from your ass all year. So you want to keep your taxes cool, right? Or you want to keep paying taxes, you get your little bit of taxes back in next year, right? So cool. Some people are going to send me a DM and say they want the replay. Cool, I got you. If you want the replay, I wasn't gonna sell the replay, but if you want the replay, I got you, right? Um, and I teach you how to opt out, and I taught everybody in the class how to opt out of W-2 taxes. So I teach you how to get your W-2 taxes, opt out of that. I teach you how to redeem a lawful money, and I teach you how to get the bread back for your last 3 years or more from the taxes that you already paid. And people are crickets, right? That's fine. I don't care, man. I don't care, man. You continue to be sheep. Because guess what? Donald Trump coming in office, and guess what? If you don't have a business and you don't know how to navigate, you're gonna pay even more taxes because he's gonna bring them tariffs in, and you think it's gonna be a good thing, but guess who's gonna pay the bill? The consumer, the person who's buying all the stuff from China and from all these other places. So if you don't understand that, you know, then I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but taxes ain't one. You heard? I got 99 solutions for my 99 problems. So I ain't got no problems. All praise to the Most High. God is the greatest. Amen. Right? You can always think your way out of a situation. Period. Right? Anyways, a quarter satisfaction. Let me get back to the topic, man. I keep jumping from topic to topic. Hit that like, share, subscribe. You know. I'm a little calm today. I'm a little bit more reserved today. I'm about to head into the bank and deposit some negotiable instruments. You feel me? Some promissory notes. You feel me? Grimes versus White. The promissory note itself is the money, but y'all don't listen. When you go get a mortgage, When you go get a mortgage, it's a promise to pay. When you get a credit card, you get a promise to pay. When you get a loan, it's a promise to pay. How do they make the money if the banks don't have money to lend you? How are they making money? How are they creating the money? I tell you guys, I've been telling you guys, you create the money with your promise to pay, with your promissory note. That creates the money. They take your note and they sell it. Boom. They create the money and then they sell it. I would tell y'all what I'm gonna do, but y'all ain't gonna like y'all. I would tell you what I'm about to go do, but it don't even matter because y'all ain't gonna do it. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy. It is what it is. I don't care what y'all think. I got negotiable instruments right here. I got some negotiable instruments right here. I got negotiable instruments for my personal account and for my business account. So we about to go deposit some bread. So, anyways, like I was saying, I was just telling this lady in the bank. I was just telling this lady. This lady works in the bank, right? And she's not even the person that's supposed to help me. But I'm telling the lady in the bank. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and let you know what I'm, because she's trying to figure out what I needed help with, and I'm like, I need to speak to the manager. And she's like, okay, let me see if I can help you, or let me get the manager, or what. And she's like, well, what do you need to do? I'm like, well, I need to deposit some security. I need to deposit some securities. I need to deposit some negotiable instruments. She's like, yeah, I can't help you out with that. I was like, I know. I already know you can't help me out with that. I need to speak to the manager, which is why I just told you. But and she was like, okay, I'll figure it out. I was like, I already know. I know more. I know more than the bankers. I know more than the teller at the banker. I know more than your personal banker at your bank. I know more than the bankers. You should know more than these bankers. She's like, why don't you do it? Because I told her like, hey, I'm about to deposit this, security, and I'm gonna fund my, I'm gonna, I'm creating the money. I need to get some money for my business. I need some money for, well, this is actually for my personal because my business. Actually, this is for my business because my business bank is at Truist. I don't have a personal account with them, so this is for my business account. Right. So I mean, and then we talking. I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and let you know that, I don't know if you know this, but you know, I don't usually tell people this because usually when I tell people this, they think I'm crazy, right? So I told her, I was like, you know what? Did you know that, you know, we create the money with a promissory note? And she's like, go on. I was like, yeah. I was like, did you know when you download your loan agreement, your mortgage, when you download your credit card agreement, it's you there's a paper, there's a document in there where you sign, and it says you promise to pay XYZ X amount. And she's like, "Oh my God, you're right." I was like, "I know I'm right." And I was like, "Here, I have the laws to show you." And I was like, "Here, take a picture of the laws. It's not me saying this. It's what the law says." And I was like, and she's like, I was like, the bank's got to follow the UCC, right?" She's like, "They do." I was like, "Yeah, I know." And she's in the bank, and she's like, "Yo, now that you're breaking it down and telling me about this," she's like, "It makes perfect sense." I was like, "Yeah, the banks don't even have money to lend us. We're the investors in the bank." She's like, "You're right." She's like, "You're right. This all makes sense." And she's like, "Well, what do you do?" I was like, I'm a consultant." She's like, "I need your help. I need your help." And she wants to get a house. And I was like, I didn't tell her this, but if you guys don't know, if you guys go get a house, you have 3 days to rescind that contract, and you can keep the house. Boom. Not only that, you can get the house anyway and keep your house anyway because you're the one who creates the money for the house. And then the bank turns around and lends you your own money plus interest. So I keep telling you guys the same things. The truth never changes, right? So she's like, "Dang, you're right." She's like, "You're right." She kept saying that I'm right. She's like, "Now that you're saying this all makes sense." And she's inside the bank, and this is all like clicking for her. She's like, "I need your number. I need your information." And she's like, "You're right." And I was like, "I know I'm right." And it's not me saying it; it's the law that says it. So I'm showing her the laws. I'm showing her the negotiable instrument, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I need your help because I want some property, and if this is how it works, it makes absolute sense." And yeah, she's like, "Yeah." She's like, "I don't know why you here and why." Like, she's like, "God must have you coming here to talk to me because I need this information." I was like, "I got you." So she gave me her number and her personal number and the card. So I'm gonna help her out whatever she needs help with. But you know, You can do the same thing that I've been telling y'all with the court of satisfaction for your house. But technically, you don't need to do it because once they remove, and that's what I was telling her. I was like, yo, once they remove the note, you know, once they remove your note, your promissory note, they break the chain of title, which they do because they sell the promissory note and they sell that to investors because they don't want to wait 30 years for you to pay off your mortgage. So what they do is they sell it on the market to an investor, and so that way they get the money right away. And you guys don't even know that when they do that. I told you guys in the how to get out of a foreclosure video, that's what they do. And if they do that and they try to foreclose on you, if you know this information, then they can't foreclose on you because they can't produce the original promissory note, right? And they can't bring a copy. They got to bring the original. And if they can't bring the original, they can't enforce a debt they can't enforce a debt for something that they don't have. It's as simple as that. So I'm going on a little tangent because I'm excited, and she's like, "This stuff excites me," and this is great information. I'm like, "I know." I be trying to tell people, but they look at me like I'm crazy. They don't even read. I be telling them to read. I give them the information. I show them online what to do. I be telling them, and they don't fucking listen. They just think I'm crazy. So it's funny. It's glad to have somebody inside the bank literally tell me that it makes sense. I was like, I know it makes sense to me. Most people it won't make sense to. And I told her, I was like, usually I wouldn't even say nothing because the average person is not going to be able to comprehend what I'm talking about. But she's like, yo, what you're saying makes perfect sense. And I was like, yeah, I know. I was like, how else do the banks make money? It's through the promissory note. They sell the note. Simple as that. That's how they create the money. You create the money by the note. Then they take your note and then they sell it. Crazy. Anyways, so how you can use a court of satisfaction to get rid of your medical debt. Let's just say your medical. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hit that like, share, subscribe. Hit that like, share, subscribe. Hit that like, share, subscribe. Because I don't know nobody breaking stuff down to you like this. I don't know nobody bringing y'all this information. Nobody reading y'all the laws. Nobody reading y'all this information. Nobody showing y'all how to get out of debt. Showing y'all to fix your credit. Showing y'all about IULs in real time. Showing y'all the different companies that can help you in real time. Showing y'all about business credit where you can get money 0% interest for 12 months to buy some Bitcoin or invest in whatever it is that you want to invest in, start a business, et cetera, et cetera. I don't know nobody doing that. In my group is Sphere. Yes, I know some people with business credit, right? So shout out to them because they're wise enough to understand that they don't want to wait and try to save some money to make some money, right? They rather use the bank's money to make money, especially since the banks are using us, right? They're wise enough to understand that, but most average people don't understand that for some odd reason, and it is what it is. Bitcoiners especially, you guys should be on this. It should be your number one priority is to fix your credit, to get business credit so you can buy some more Bitcoin, period, right? Leverage it to buy Bitcoin, period, right? Or to start a business to cash flow and then use that cash flow to buy Bitcoin, period, right? It is what it is, right? But I was telling her, I was like, yo, I know my credit, my credit's, okay right now. I know I'm probably not going to get approved for I know my credit is okay, but I know I'm not going to I've already applied to get a business line of credit at Truist and business credit card. I don't know what it is. But they have not approved me, but I've gotten approved at other banks. So I was like, I don't even want to apply for a business credit card for y'all to run my credit, right? And get denied. I'm cool with that. I don't got time for that. When I can just create a promissory note, create a negotiable instrument, create a bill of exchange, and fund my own business, right? Sound crazy, right? But it's not. Let me give y'all the law. Let me give y'all the law. Because y'all think I'll just be talking just to be talking. Let me give y'all the laws. UCC 3-104 defines an instrument as a negotiable instrument, defines this instrument, I'm sorry, as a negotiable instrument. UCC 3-603B states that the refusal of a valid tender of payment discharges the obligation. That's if you wanted to pay using a bill of exchange and the institution denies your bill of exchange because by law they have to accept the bill of exchange because that's legal tender and because there's no um, no institution or corporation can tell you how to or what type of instrument to use to pay, right? They can't tell you that you only have to pay with XYZ or Federal Reserve notes or you only have to pay with XYZ, right? They don't have the right to tell you how to pay, right? You have to pay with whatever is legal tender, point blank, period. And if they don't take your legal tender, for an example, bill of exchange, then that discharges the debt entirely per the law. Florida chapter 673, because I'm in Florida, governs negotiable instruments in Florida. Boom. Florida statutes requires member banks to process Federal Reserve Act 12, Section 344 requires member banks to process no negotiable instruments. Not Chris saying this. The Federal Reserve Act requires banks, member banks, these are banks, to process negotiable instruments. Why don't I just tell you what a negotiable instrument is? Promissory note, bill of exchange, cash check, money order. Supreme Court rulings, yes, I was correct, establishes the validity and enforceability of the promissory note. United States versus Vanguard, which I didn't even go with this over this with you guys yet, because this is all stuff that I was able to pull up most recently. Affirmed that negotiable instruments are obligations of the United States. Affirmed that negotiable instruments are obligations of the United States. So you're saying that if I create a no negotiable instrument, it is obligation of the United States? That means I'm not liable for a negotiable instrument. It's the obligation of the United States. A Supreme Court said that, not Chris, not some idiot on TikTok, not somebody teaching this on YouTube. The law said, oh, the law said, oh, the law. Oh, the Supreme Court ruling said. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Perry versus United States reaffirmed the enforceability of lawful financial obligations, right? Boom. So how you can discharge your medical bill? Simple. Accord and acceptance. If you have a $500 medical bill, hit that like, share, subscribe. About to go back in here because I think it's been about 40 minutes. I need to get in here and talk to the bank manager and deposit my negotiable instruments. So let me give y'all this for our slide. If you want to, so first of all, I have a credit restoration program, which I help people out with getting their credit restored. So if you need help with that, send me a DM or click the link in my bio. Two, a new service is helping you to discharge your debt. So if you're hearing me talk about this and you want to learn how to get rid of that debt collection agency calling you, or you just want to pay your debt because you just want to pay your debt for some reason, even though you're trying to pay your debt with a debt note, therefore it doesn't really cancel out the debt, but technically it does, but technically it doesn't. If you want to, it's confusing, right? It's banking, right? It's about balancing the books, et cetera, et cetera. If you want to get rid of your debt, I do have a new service where we're going to help you get those debts off help you get rid of those debts. Point blank, period. All right. So if you want help with getting those debts removed, click the link in the bio and just fill out your information or send me a DM. Cool. You're going to use Accord and Acceptance. I'm sorry, Accord and Satisfaction. Watch the video because that video will be coming down. Right. And what you do is if you have a $500 bill that they're harassing you about and you want to pay it, right? You're gonna take $100. You're gonna get a money order. You're gonna take $100. You're gonna write in full payment and satisfaction uh of the debt. Boom. You're gonna take a picture. You're gonna document it. You're gonna mail it in certified mail. You're gonna make sure that you have proof that you've written on the contract or the contract, which is the negotiable instrument, which is the money order or check that you said that it's gonna take care of the alleged debt in full, right? Payment in full for alleged debt for debt, right? Payment in full for debt obligation. Paid in full for debt obligation. Paid in full for debt obligation. You're gonna write that on your check or money order. You send that off. Obviously, take a picture. Get it certified mail. Send it off. When you send it off, and they cash that check, because they're gonna cash that little $100 check, even though you owe them 500, they're gonna be like, "Yo, you still owe us 400." Nope. At that point, it automatically discharges the debt because that's supported satisfaction, and that's the law. Not Bitcoin Chris saying this. Not some idiot on TikTok saying this. Right? The law says it. Right? And there's smart people on TikTok and on YouTube. I'm just being facetious when I say these things. There's lots of people that know what they're talking about online. So I'm just saying that to be facetious. There's lots of smart people that you can learn from online. You just got to do your own due diligence. Like I said, don't take my word for it. Go look it up, guys. Go to Google, use ChatGPT, look up Accord and Satisfaction, right? And it is what it is. Or go watch the video because I've already broken down how you guys can do this. This applies for credit cards. This applies for rent. This applies for your car payment. This applies for a mortgage. This applies for high value items, high value transactions, as well as your phone bill. It's something as little as your phone bill, right? So with that being said, I'm about to go back in here. I hope you guys got some information here in these last 45 minutes that I dropped for you guys, because it's really life changing if you start to understand and do your research, right? And again, I'm driving around with a private plate, but you guys are saying that you're not allowed to have, and I don't have a driver's license. I have a passport, and I have the knowledge, right, to do what I'm doing. So, the cop can pull me over all he wants, but I tell the cops the same thing I told the sheriff. Guys, go watch that video where my car, I needed to jump because I need a new battery. I needed a new battery, and my car broke down in the middle of the street. And the cops pulled up, and then they found out that I didn't have a license, and then they didn't see my tag because my trunk was up because I was waiting to get a jump, and then they found out I didn't have a license, and I didn't have a tag, right? And they tried to get me in trouble, and guess what? They couldn't, because I told them, hey, you guys can do what you want to do. These are traffic violations. These are not. I'm not breaking the law. These are traffic infractions and statutes that you guys. I don't have any. I don't operate in commerce, so you really don't have any jurisdiction over me, right? Because I understand and overstand and understand what's going on. So they didn't even give me no tickets. They let me, they can't do nothing, right? And the main thing is I told them, hey, if you want to violate my rights, go ahead and do so, right? So you have to be willing to understand that, hey, there's gonna be asshole cops that's gonna probably take me to, there's probably I pray I'm I don't pray, but I'm hoping that a cop takes me to jail for me exercising my rights, right? Because if they do that, then guess what? I'm just going to get another $1 million check from the city of Orlando for violating my rights. Because guess what? The Constitution overrides is the law of the land, and you cannot stop me from traveling. You cannot stop me from moving. You cannot stop me from handling my private affairs. As long as I'm not hurting anybody, committing a crime, or doing anything illegal, then they have no jurisdiction, guys. So that's what you got to understand. Know your rights, learn your rights. With that being said, Bitcoin Crew checking out. I'm about to get in here because I need to deposit this money. All right, love you guys. Bitcoin Crew checking out. Peace.
Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah.
Riding with country bands, country bands.
I'm back.
Yeah, I'm stacking them, yeah, yeah.